Welcome to Mosaic House Church Q&A. This past Sunday, we journeyed through the book of Psalms, and we wrestled with Psalm 34, right? It's about King David trying to come up with his own plot, scheme to save his own skin. And so here is the question. Question that one of you submitted was, how do you know if my scheme is part of God's plan, or is it actually a plan away from God's plan? Very good question. And I'm going to respond to that in two ways, actually three. Number one, the whole theme of Psalm 34 is about taking refuge in God. And we learn that to take refuge in God means you are taking a conscious, active, deliberate actions of faith and trust moving toward God, right? You are facing fears and you are calling upon God. You are going to God, nearing to God, moving towards God so that you may take refuge. Okay, so that's the first test. Is your scheme, do you believe, is it an expression of your faith and trust moving toward God? Second test is this. The phrase, fear of the Lord, fear the Lord, fear the Lord, fear the Lord, is repeated time after time in Psalm 34. And therefore, those who take refuge in God are those who fear the Lord, and so therefore the definition of fear of the Lord is this, that you submit to the sovereign will of God. Let me see if I can read here we go. The definition. Fear of the Lord is to live in a state of profound reverence, awe, and humble and active submission to God's sovereignty. The concept contrasts being scared of God, which drives people away from God, with fearing God, which draws believers closer, nearer in worship and intimacy. So the second test is your scheme, is your plan, is your plot, is there an expression of fear of the Lord? How do you know? Is it moving you towards God, closer to God, nearer to God in worship and intimacy? Or is it not? This is how you know if your scheme, your plot, your manipulation is your own thing to save your own skin, that you're trying to be your own God, or if your action is taking you to a refuge in God, if your action, your scheme is drawing you nearer to God, the fear of the Lord, then you can feel assured that God's plan and your plan are aligned. Now, the last thing I want to say is this. The last thing I want to say is in 1 Samuel chapter 21, when David is looking for refuge from his fears, from Saul, from the Achish, the king of Gath. Have you noticed? God is not mentioned. Have you noticed? David is not inquiring of the Lord. He's not asking, discerning, oh Lord, should I do this? Should I act like a madman? None of it is found. What is evident is, even though David came up with a scheme and plot to save his own skin, even though that's what Victor Ko does all the time, the sovereignty of God, that's it. The sovereignty of God always prevails. And that's what I find so much assurance in and from. Even though I mess up, even though I act like a madman and act like I'm insane, I do all I can to save my own skin, and yet the Lord God, your Father in heaven, is so sovereign. He will bring out something good, even with the mistakes that I make. Friends, let that be your comfort, and therefore let it be an ever-present encouragement for you to find refuge in God and fear the Lord. That's it for now. I love you all. See you on Sunday. Bye for now.